The top 10 best vehicles for public free roam lobbies in GTA Online. What are they? This is my list. If you guys have any other opinions that you want to add, then you can let us know down in the comment section below. But hopefully this video helps some of you newer players that are starting to play GTA Online for the first time. You definitely probably have noticed how public free roam lobbies are kind of a mess. They are very chaotic. So much stuff's happening. People driving or flying around on bikes that can auto lock onto you. Cars that can go underwater or that can fly and auto lock onto you. It is definitely overwhelming for a new player to try and deal with everything. So in this video, I have a list of 10 vehicles that you should try and get for free roam. Now you don't need to get all 10, but maybe a couple here and there, depending on what you want to do in free roam. Now, this list is not really in any particular order, but we will start at number 10. And these first couple of vehicles are vehicles that may not be the best for free roam, at least to just like do your own thing, but they will provide you with the most fun. So number 10, I have the Deluxe. Now, I'll be honest, I don't use the Deluxe a whole lot just because, honestly, I hate having to call the mechanic. I will use vehicles that I can call through the interaction menu just because I find that to be a lot quicker and a lot easier. But the Deluxe, if you do end up calling the mechanic or you just go to your garage and pick it up, it can be a lot of fun. It can fly. I mean, what better thing do you need in GTA Online than a car that can fly? Now, it's not the fastest, so that's unfortunate, and it doesn't have any armor. So if people shoot at you with a rocket, you're most likely going to die. I have seen some people do some crazy acrobatic stunts with flying and then disabling the hover mode, and they dodge missiles. But for most players, if you get locked onto when you're driving this car, you're going to die. So that's kind of the downside of it. But because it can fly, you can reach hard to reach spots. You can get up to places a lot quicker, a lot faster. And it also has its own missiles, so you do have some offensive power in free roam. You can fight back. But just because it can get blown up so easily, that is why it's sort of at the bottom of this list. The next vehicle on the list, the Vigilante. I love this car. Now, much like the Deluxe, it's got the same sort of negatives in the fact that it literally can get blown up in one shot. So people on the Oppressor Mark 2 or other vehicles with missiles, they can lock onto you and they can kill you, which is not any good. However, the Vigilante has some awesome unique features about it. It also does have missiles, so you can fight back. It's got a rocket boost on it, which is awesome because just rocket boosting everywhere is so much fun. It's got some pretty good speed with that rocket boost. And then you combine that with the fact that this thing plows through vehicles. You can do a lot of fun against NPCs, especially cops. You use the boost and then you plow straight through the vehicles. Your car almost doesn't react to that, and you can have a really good time in free roam. The biggest plus to the Vigilante, though, is the fact that your icon is a normal icon. There's no special icon for this vehicle, so you can catch people off guard. They may be coming after you thinking you're just in a regular car, but then when they get close enough, they realize you're in a Vigilante, and you can shoot at them and take them out before they take you out. So the Vigilante has some cool, unique features, but again, it sucks that it doesn't have the armor. Next on the list, we have the Sasquatch. This is actually an arena war vehicle, and this thing is a ton of fun in free roam. It is actually better at plowing vehicles out the way than the Vigilante, just because it's much bigger. But the unique feature on it is it can jump in the air, and you can boost. So if you combine them together, you can jump in the air and boost and go flying in different directions. Plus, this thing's a monster truck, so it's just a ton of fun against other NPCs, potentially other players. Much like the other two vehicles, though, the armor is what's lacking, so it will get blown up in one rocket. The final vehicle on the fun list I have is this Scramjet. This is a vehicle that might be my personal favorite vehicle in GTA Online to have fun with. If you use the Scramjet, you can end up in the weirdest of places. This vehicle can jump and it can boost, so you can basically fly across the sky. It also has insanely good rockets. The rockets on this vehicle, as soon as you lock on, as soon as you hear that beep, they're not going to really miss. But much like the other three, if you get shot at, you're going to die. Now, this thing doesn't really plow cars out the way, so you're going to have to jump over them, but it is relatively fast. I think it's like a supercar as far as the speed goes. But if you're just looking for crazy fun, that's the vehicle. Now, some more useful vehicles for free roam. We'll start with the Buzzard. Now, the only reason the Buzzard is insanely useful for free roam is because it's the only helicopter that you can call instantly next to you. If you own a Buzzard and you become a CEO, you can call the Buzzard and it will spawn literally right next to you. Every other helicopter in the game, they're going to spawn quite a distance away, and then you're going to have to go drive to them. If you're looking for a helicopter to fly away with as quick as possible, the Buzzard is the go-to vehicle. The downside is that there's no flares on it. You can get blown up pretty easily. The missiles really aren't that good. It literally just has the fact that you can call it next to you going for it. The other helicopter I wanted to throw on this list was the Akula. The Akula is insanely helpful in free roam public lobbies. And the reason is because it can go off the radar. It's got a stealth mode where you can't actually shoot, so it is balanced, but no one can see you, at least on the radar. If they're looking at you, yeah, they can still see you, but if you're off the radar, you're going to be a lot harder to find. Also, while in the stealth mode, vehicles can't lock onto you, which may be the greatest feature about it, because people with Oppressor Mark IIs and other grief vehicles, the second they see you, they're going to try and lock onto you and blow you up, but they can't with this vehicle. That brings me to the next vehicle on the list, the Insurgent. Now, I threw the Insurgent on here, and I'm not actually really putting the Insurgent Pickup Custom on here, because on the Insurgent Pickup Custom now, after this casino update, you can no longer go into passive mode in it, and the weapon on it isn't really very useful, whereas the regular Insurgent is armored, much like the Insurgent Pickup Custom, but you can go into passive mode because there is no weapon. And it is relatively fast. It does plow a decent amount of vehicles out the way. So if you're looking for just a fast, good car that you can personalize and everything, the Insurgent is the best, cheapest option. And that brings us to number 3. Again, though, this isn't really in any particular order, but we have the Stromberg. The Stromberg is one of my favorite vehicles for public free roam lobbies because it combines armor and offense. Most vehicles in the game, they either have really crazy armor or they have really crazy offensive powers. They either can blow you up with missiles or they can just withstand a bunch of missiles. The Stromberg is the one vehicle that can do both. Now, it doesn't do both well, but it does it good enough that you usually will win the fights you engage with this vehicle. So I believe if you're looking to go against an Oppressor Mark II, the Stromberg can withstand, I think, 5 or 6 missiles from the Oppressor Mark II. Now, the Oppressor Mark II, it only needs to get hit once and it blows up. So the Stromberg, if you get close enough, you can lock on to the Oppressor Mark II, shoot him down, he'll shoot at you, you'll usually kill him, but you'll end up surviving because your car can withstand those extra rockets. So just for that fact alone makes the Stromberg insanely awesome in free roam. But then you add on the fact that it's a damn submersible vehicle. You can go underwater with this vehicle. That's just the cherry on top. That brings us to number 2, the Oppressor Mark II. What did they say? You got to fight fire with fire. Well, I mean, come on. You have to put the Oppressor Mark II on the list of vehicles that are best used in public free roam lobbies. The Oppressor Mark II is just probably the greatest vehicle in the game at the moment. It's not really balanced. It's super OP, and that's why it's so good for free roam. It's got 20 missiles in it that basically will never miss. You can use flares on it or the chafe system. You can call it instantly through the interaction menu, through the MOC Club menu, and it freaking flies. And it's got a rocket boost on it. There's not much more you need in a vehicle for free roam. So if you're just looking for an all-around vehicle to help you out, either kill other people or take out NPCs or just get around quickly during a mission or something, the Oppressor Mark II is the vehicle. It can fly, it can take people out, you can call it instantly. It is just so useful in the game. But it is only my number 2 vehicle because the number 1 vehicle, if you're looking for something that you can drive around in and not have to worry about literally any person else, the MOC Truck is the vehicle that you're gonna want. The reason is because this is the most armored vehicle in the game by a ton. The MOC Truck, now I'm saying the truck because you can't actually have the MOC back part on it. It doesn't work. You have to be driving it by itself. But this thing by itself takes 67 Oppressor Mark II missiles before it blows up. So they have to, if someone's coming after you, have to recall their Oppressor Mark II 4 times or 3 or 4 times to blow you up. And odds are they're going to get annoyed that you're not dying, either call you a hacker or just leave you alone. The MOC Truck is one of the most fun vehicles to troll with because people don't think it's that good, especially if you leave it as the Phantom Custom and not get the other one. People may think you're just driving a regular truck that you found off the street, but then it doesn't blow up. And it is very hard to get shot out of because you don't have like a big window to shoot people from. And on the back, there actually is no window. So if you want to like back up, you can shoot people completely safe. And this thing is actually really quick. It is really fast. So it's not like a regular truck because you can fully upgrade it. You can customize it to an extent. And that makes this vehicle so good in free roam. Now, yeah, it's not as good and practical as some of the other ones that can fly, for instance. But if you're just looking to drive around in a public free roam lobby and not have to worry about getting blown up or anything, the MOC Truck is hands down the best vehicle to use. So hopefully this list helps you guys find a vehicle that you can use in free roam public lobbies. Again, if there's any other vehicles that I maybe have left off this list and you think that are good or should be on the list, let us know in the comment section. But thank you all for watching. It's gonna do it for this video. Please drop it a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more GTA Online content, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.